welcome back to another episode of Where Have You Been Lately? Brought to you by the Boyertown Museum of Historic Vehicles. I'm Kendra.
I'm Dan.
And, our last episode, we were here in the carriage factory and we're very comfortable and we decided we're going to stay up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plus, it looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It smells good too.
It does.
Smells good in here. Smells like old
Vintage.
wood.
Vintage.
Vintage wood,
Yes,
that sounds
vintage
better.
wood.
So this is the part that we always talk about, so about being in places. And so
Yeah.
where have you been?
Where have I
Besides here for the last month.
I know, I've been here for a while, but I
That's
got
not-
out.
Yeah, that's not real exciting.
Well, it can be.
It can be.
I got out. I didn't go too far afield this time. And the last episode you talked about spokes that were made for the carriages in our carriage factory, which is nearby. There's another. Let's fast forward about 90 years, and I found another local connection nearby. And so I've been to here lately. I printed a photo out for you, but you're going to see that on your screen. Virtual Essence Hair Design in Gilbertsville. I was not getting my hair cut there, but believe it or not, that barn does have a connection to some vehicles that were worked on here at the Boyertown Auto Body Works. So we're going to go back in time a little bit to before that barn becomes a fixture. We're going to go back to 1967. Does that year ring a bell for you in Boyertown Auto Body Works history?
No.
All right, well, maybe he'll, as I give you a little background here, of
I was
course.
gonna rattle off some other 1960 stuff,
Trivia?
67
Yeah, I
from
could
when
do
I was
that.
a kid.
So, of course, the museum, don't forget the museum is in what used to be the Boyertown Auto Body Works. They built truck bodies here. And in 1967, the Boyertown Auto Body Works started its Battronic division.
Ooh, okay.
So Battronic were electric trucks. Electric powered, battery powered, no gasoline involved. Originally they worked with some other companies too. The Body Works company got their chassis from other manufacturers like Dodge, Mack, Ford, whatever, and then built the body on it. The Battronic division, I do believe, made the chassis even. I think other companies may have helped, but it wasn't like they shipped in a Mack chassis or something and used that to make the truck.
There was a Smith company.
Yes, they were
from
English.
England, and I think they had something to do with the chassis stuff. Okay.
Right. They worked together.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but Battronic did something else besides building electric trucks. There was a little side project that they had going on here. They were a subcontractor for South Coast Technology. Now they're out of California, or they were out of California. And South Coast Technology had a contract to convert Volkswagen Rabbits to electric. Now, we have two of those cars, actually, that are part of the museum. One of them was on display last year at our very first A Current Event Electric Car Show, which we will be doing another one of those in July of 2022. So
July 17th.
July 17th. Mark your calendars right now. If you're watching this before July 17th, you have no reason to not be here. We'll have one of those rabbits probably back out at that this year again, so you can check it out. And actually, one of the rabbits has the SCT logo on its steering wheel. I don't remember if it's the one we had out or not. The other one still has the Volkswagen emblem or badge or whatever on the steering wheel. But anyway, and as a quick aside too, I should note that before the Rabbits even got here, they were built in Pennsylvania as well. Volkswagen had a plant out in New Stanton, Pennsylvania, which is in Westmoreland County. It's right adjacent to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Quick info on that plant. It was a 1,200-acre site, and they built Rabbits, Jettas, Golfs, and Caddy pickups there. And it was in operation from 1978 until July of 1988. And the last car that it built there was a Golf. And over those 10 years, it built 1.1 million vehicles. So you'll see an aerial view there of the plant out in Westmoreland. And you'll see, too, there's a photo there of the guy installing the sign for it, which I think is just a cool photo. So that's where our Rabbits were built that are here. And I think that's cool too, that not only were they converted here, they really are a Pennsylvania built vehicle, even though it's a Volkswagen. So in any case, South Coast Technology subcontracts to Battronic to do the electric conversions on 300 Pennsylvania built Volkswagen Rabbits. Now, we asked one of the engineers who worked on this project to tell us kind of like what exactly did Boyertown do. And I'm gonna read to you what he wrote us, and this was on the sign for the car at the event because we didn't want to change it. It's too funny. It's perfect. So step 1, starting at the front, drained the antifreeze and removed the radiator that was no longer needed. Step 2, removed the complete motor but not the transmission. Then installed the new electric motor to the transmission. And I'm going to stop right here for a second because so they removed 300 electric motors gasoline motors or engines. What are we calling them?
Engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what you
Yeah.
meant.
They had 300 gasoline Volkswagen engines out of Rabbits sitting around. So they apparently they kept them in our smaller parking lot that's across the street from the museum along Walnut. That's where our electric car chargers are right now.
That's where the 2 Rabbits are now, too.
And that's where the 2 Rabbits are currently sitting as we're filming this. And it took them a while to get rid of those 300 engines because
How about that?
who wants 300 brand new Volkswagen Rabbit engines? It took them a while. But anyway, that's they were kept. Step 3, removed the gas line and the fuel tank that were no longer needed. Step 4, removed the wheels and replaced the springs and shocks with heavy-duty ones, then reinstalled the wheels and tires. Step 5, removed the entire exhaust system that was no longer needed. Step 6, removed the back seat and cut a hole in the rear floor to hold the new fiberglass battery tray. Step 7, installed the new batteries and the needed wiring. Step 8, installed the new electronic controller and wiring harness. A new accelerator pedal was also installed. Note that there is no gas pedal in these. Step 9, installed a gas heater system. This is my favorite. Step 10, prayed that it would run. Step 11, drove the car to Gilbertsville Road, Gilbertsville, PA, to the tune-up barn. Step 12, drove it back to our plant, ready for delivery. Aha! So step 11, a barn in Gilbertsville, you say. Well, that is the barn in that photo there. Yes, Battronic rented out a barn off Gilbertsville Road where they did final tune-up and inspection of these vehicles. I guess essentially they just needed the extra space. I also like to think, I don't have this in writing or verbally, but I also like to think that little, 3.5 mile drive was maybe a good test run, quality check there. So the Rabbits would be pulled into the front of the barn, and all the computers, and stuff were set up right in there to do the final tune-ups. And I was told also they did a lot of the paperwork in the barn too for these, matching serial numbers and all that. So I imagine since Battronic was the subcontractor, there was probably extra paperwork involved, or at least different than what they're used to doing here, because they're not really in charge of the project, so to speak. So this is that barn today. It's still standing. It is a hair salon now, and you can see some interior shots there too. That's what it looks like on the inside. It's actually really nice looking on the inside. Probably looked a lot nicer than when there were a bunch of Volkswagens inside.
Hair salon, H-A-R-E, hair rabbit.
I'm going to tell him that.
Okay, sorry.
No. It's a really neat building. It's neat that it's as nice as it is. I mean, you know, we drive all over. You see buildings, a lot of barns that have been saved and are, you know, being reused, but then you see just as many that are falling apart. And it's nice to see this one is being taken care of. The people there are very, very nice and very accepting and tolerant of us taking pictures of the of the interior and talking about Volkswagen Rabbits. So if you need a haircut, give them a call over there. And when you're sitting there in the chair, you can think about all the Volkswagen Rabbits that drove in and got their electrical components, their last look over before they were delivered and out. So it's in the 600 block of Gilbertsville Road, kind of by the intersection with Buchert Road, and there's a golf course down there, Twin Ponds. So right there, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So
that's where you've been.
That's where I have been lately. So thanks to the nice people over at Virtual Essence, like I said, for entertaining us and letting us in and just to take pictures. We appreciate it. And until then, next time we're gonna find some more cool places.
I already found them.
Oh,
so
I know.
I'm ready to go.
I have a list of things that I've seen and maybe just haven't talked about yet, or things that I want to go check out. So you're much more ahead of the game than I am. So way to be.
I was just on the road for 8 hours
That's
the
true.
last 2 days.
You just got back from a road trip, so you probably have some things logged. So come back and join us next time. We'll teach you about another cool place you can go check out and some history about our very interesting state. And until then, we hope that you will come visit us here at the Boyertown Museum. Thanks.